How to improve health and safety in construction. That's what we're going to focus on in this video. You're going to love it. Do you want to know how to run a safe project or program or company? Well, I did, and I learned from some of the best, and I'm going to share with you the concepts in this video and in the description to this video below. So let's get started. So what is the key to safety? Like, is there a single key? It seems complex. What are the 5 key steps? I'm going to share that with you. And I'm also going to share with you a personal experience of when I actually had eyes to see what it really means to be safe. And so strap in, because we're about to go for a ride. So really, safety, like I'm telling you, this sounds simple. This is not simple. Please don't dismiss this. Like, safety really is about mindset. As soon as this switches, everything switches. And it's kind of like, and I don't mean this irreverently, it's kind of like a cancer or a spark. Meaning that as soon as you have one person that sees safety for what it is and has a mindset that's fanatical about it and truly cares, that's going to spread through the team, the project, the program, or the organization. 100%. I've seen it over and over and over. Or like that spark I was talking about that can just go from like one match or one spark and then create this huge, massive fire that's lit everyone on fire with like a fanatical commitment to safety. And so it's not going to come from a procedures manual. It's not going to come from some need for compliance. It's not going to come from punishment. And it's not just going to come from a single direct order. It's going to come from passion, and I'll use the second word, spread, throughout the organization. So we must have that catalyst. And I'll tell you that when we're talking about safety, it's all down to the mindset and to seeing, just like I'm about to describe. It's all about how to see it the right way. And so let me, before I go any farther, just tell you about the mindset. And I remember somebody once when I was working at DPR Construction said, and I'm so proud of them for saying it, until you go to work every day and feel the weight, not just care, right? And I'm now off script. Not just care, not just know about it, not just be responsible for it, not just think it's your duty, but feel the burden of the weight of having to or getting to or the need for keeping everyone safe on that project. Until you feel it and feel personally connected to it every day, then you don't get it. I don't get it until that happens. When I can come to an organization and just feel the responsibility for sending everyone home and truly, truly care like they were my own family, that's when I now have eyes to see and a mentality that will make change in whatever group you're in. I promise you. And so once again, once you have those eyes to see and that mentality, it's about ownership. It's not about, am I keeping myself safe? It's about, I will not work anywhere unless we're safe. I am responsible. As soon as I stepped one foot into this project or this team, I am going to be a catalyst for change. And then with respect-based, yes, I said that twice, respect-based systems and a true sense of care and love for the people, hold people accountable, that's it. Grant Hill once said, when your best player is working harder than everyone else and holding everyone accountable, that's a winning culture. And that's what it is with safety. When your best players who can see and understand are working harder than everyone else and holding everyone accountable, that is a winning safety culture. So I'll quickly tell you about an experience. When I was first working at DPR, I knew about safety. I'd been there for like 3 months. I knew the rules. I had my OSHA 30 training. I was jamming, and there was a safety director, and she was amazing. I revere her to this day. That was like, hey Jason, I want you to put lights down this fence line for the pedestrians. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't really agree, right? And so she left in addition to some other requests for safety, and I ignored it because I didn't care. And I'm not proud of that, by the way. And she came back a couple days later and she's like, the lights aren't up. Why not? And I was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I started giving a bunch of excuses. And hey, why is that not done? Why is that not done? And I was like, well, I blah, blah, blah. I had a bunch of excuses, and I was giving her these excuses. And she's like, and I'm paraphrasing. It probably did it in a much better way than this, but she's like, what don't you understand about when I ask for something to be done when it comes to safety, or when you're being paid to keep these people safe? What do you not understand about it's your job to get it done? And I remember she called my supervisor, the general superintendent. I was a project superintendent at the time, and we had a not so happy for Jason discussion. And I remember being like, oh, okay, I guess these people are serious about this. And then I installed the lights, and I took care of that issue, and I did the corrective items for the walk. And I was like, oh, wow, that feels great. Oh, well, I just got a compliment from the pedestrians. Oh, wow, this job is like really safe, right? And it switched for me. All of a sudden, all the paperwork ceased to be BS and became an actual tool I wanted to use. All of the procedures ceased to be just some compliance thing for OSHA and became like, oh my gosh, this is a reference for me. The field walks, the follow-up, the corrective items, the mentality, everything became alive. And all of a sudden, safety just wasn't something where the safety director would come chew your butt if you did something wrong. It was a proactive environment really based on care and concern for people. And it's because she knew what she wanted, knew what she was doing, and held me accountable, and it sparked my fire as well. Remember that quote from Grant Hill: when your best player is working harder than everyone else and holding everyone accountable, that's a winning culture. So someone's got to see, someone's got to care, and someone's got to spread that through the team and hold them accountable. And so let me quickly demonstrate some accountability. It doesn't have to be mean, it's based out of respect. So I noticed, and I'll just do this right now, I'll practice holding you accountable. I noticed that you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet. If you did that, then you would have access to all these videos, and we would share this with the millions of people in construction, and we would scale the channel, and you would get information that would not only keep you safe, but give you some of the best current industry practices and help you in your role. And so if you do that, you will reap those rewards. And so this is feedback I'm giving you right now. So why not like and subscribe to this channel? See, are you mad at me right now? No. You're like, am I punishing you right now? Am I angry? No. I'm simply giving you feedback. And so I'm modeling that through liking and subscribing to this channel. So it's just as easy as that, and it's all based on love. And I know I love you, and I know you love me, so you want to click that button. So anyway, let's keep going. There are 5 key steps to implementing safety and safety excellence in whatever group you're a part of. So we'll cover those right now. Number 1, clear expectations. And I will say, in that very same story, I had access to a really awesome health and safety manual, which wasn't boring, wasn't drawn out, it didn't have a lot of words. It was easily referenced, it was bullet pointed, and I knew at any given point, what are the expectations for safety? And so whether you have that on an 11-page document, a manual, wherever it is, it has to be clear, understandable, accessible for people to use. It's got to come off the paper and into people's hearts. 2, project walks. Once you are implementing your safety program, you have got to, preferably every week, but at least every month. No, I'll probably say it twice a month. Have other people walk your project with you, do a safety walk, write down those corrective actions, and make sure that you're taking care of things as you go and writing anything down that you need to follow up on. That's not good English, but on which you feel, whatever. Anyway, you're going to follow up on these items. And then number 3, you're going to follow up on them. So like if you can do them right away, do them. If it's like, hey, I need a couple hours, it goes on a list. And the best people and professionals that have ever walked my projects would immediately send an email. These are the assignments, and here's the key. You get them done within 24 hours at least, and then you send an email back saying it's done. I remember one time getting in trouble for this where I did the walk, I took care of whatever I could, but then I wasn't really proactive with the email. And they were like, hey, Jay Money, what are we going to have this discussion again? What's going on? I'm like, whoa, this is hard. What is this, big brother? But then something interesting happened. I started taking care of the action items within 24 hours. And then I got responses like, Jason, great job. Like, I love it. And I realized something switched in my head. People were never judging me in the field walks. they were helping me. And when we wrote it down, they were like, yeah, this is a normal part of life. And when I completed it within 24 hours, they praised me. The only time I ever got in trouble is if I didn't take it seriously. I never got in trouble if it happened in the first place, if I was doing my best. I only got in trouble if I didn't take it seriously. So this was great. So the follow-up was in an email or a WhatsApp chat or a text. And if it's in an email, it got sent out to the safety committee for the region, for the business unit. And then when I was like, done, 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 great, thumbs up, they were like, woohoo, J Money, we love you. Like we love you, right? And it created a culture of, I want to do the right thing. So if you have clear expectations and you do those walks, then you must follow up and get it done, or else it doesn't matter. And number 4, I'll do this in a future video, but I won't cover it in detail right now. Root cause analyses. I mean, these are huge. If something happens, if there's an incident, if there's an injury, if there's a near miss, if there's an accident, we must do root causes, dig in, have people take it seriously, make sure that we're preventing it in the future. It was amazing. I knew with the safety director that if something happened, I had a certain amount of time to gather that team and do that root cause analysis and learn from it. And I can tell you, because I took it seriously, and they had really killer root cause analyses forms, like I learned. And it got better and better and better, and I was also able to share with the rest of the business unit. So always, as a part of your safety program, root cause analyses, it's a must. And then I would just say complete transparency. So I didn't hide anything, and through the communication channels, the safety director made sure that the emails were transparent, the root cause analyses were transparent, any safety reporting or notifications and emergencies were transparent. Everybody worked at it in a team and created a culture of support and only of correction if I wasn't taking it seriously. So if you want a great safety program, it must be fully transparent, and you must have as frictionless communication channels as you possibly can get by with. And so what I'm going to do so that you can implement this wherever you go, I'm going to give you those key steps in a list below on this YouTube channel, in this video specifically, in the description below, so that you can do the same thing. If you ever have a need, give me a call, email me, reach out to me on LinkedIn, but I promise you that once you find the person that has that spark, all we have to do is scale it from there, because it's a mindset and it's having eyes to see. This has worked for me personally in my life, and I've seen it work over and over and over. I'm so excited for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.